It's Sunday, and I'm wrapping up the week by summarizing this week's theme: how to get over your guilt about spending money in retirement. In case you missed any episodes this week, I talked about the main problem with not getting over your guilt and not sort of overcoming that is that you just don't enjoy your retirement years. You're reluctant to spend, so you just kind of sit around and don't really do a whole lot. And that's no way to enjoy the fruits of your labor for the last several decades that you were working so hard to accumulate a nest egg for retirement. So I actually see that more often than I would like to. And so I think that's why it's important that we talk about this and how to get over your guilt so that you can actually enjoy your retirement years and not do nothing. So I have a few strategies that I shared with you this week. These are things that have worked for my own clients. One of which is very simply, it's just time. A lot of people just sort of, once they kind of rip off the Band-Aid after a few months of taking withdrawals from their investments, the guilt kind of dissipates because they're like, okay, this is my life now and I'm taking withdrawals and that's okay. I also talked about how putting your withdrawals on autopilot and kind of basically creating a paycheck for yourself, that helps a lot with spending guilt. Running the numbers on retirement, like doing some financial planning, some cash flow planning, seeing that proof on paper that you're going to be okay with a certain amount of withdrawals is very important. That's what I would use personally because I need to see it. But I do this with clients all day long and it provides a tremendous amount of clarity. So running the numbers, doing some financial planning prior to retirement is going to help you see that, hey, I'm going to be okay if I take X amount of withdrawals from my investments. And then lastly, yesterday, I talked about how you really want to focus on lifestyle in retirement over growing your net worth. If you're too focused on watching that net worth number tick up, then you're not going to enjoy your lifestyle enough or focus enough on hobbies and travel and driving a nice, reliable car and living where you want to live and doing the things that you want to do. If you don't focus enough on maintaining a lifestyle that is going to provide satisfaction for you in retirement, and you're focused too much on continuing to grow your net worth, you're just not. Why do we do that? We have to sit back sometimes and say, why am I doing this? What's the purpose? And for many people, they just can't answer that question other than they like the satisfaction of knowing that their net worth is growing. But is that really worth it, considering you're preventing yourself, not because you can't, but because you won't do the other things that would bring you probably a lot more satisfaction and contentment in retirement? I know many of you are going to struggle with this, at least at first. So I hope one of the strategies that I shared with you this week will get you over that guilt about spending money so you can enjoy your retirement years. You've worked hard for decades. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor, hopefully guilt-free. All right. If you're enjoying the podcast, subscribe and follow, leave a review, and share the podcast with someone you know who's getting closer to retirement. If you're interested in learning more about working with me, you can check out my website, truenorthra.com. At the very top in the right-hand corner, there's a button, and you can book a free 15-minute call with me. You just click on that link. I absolutely love hearing from listeners. So if you have a question, anything on your mind regarding retirement, no strings attached. All right, tomorrow I'm starting a brand new theme: the Smart Shopper's Guide to Grocery Savings. Retirees spend an average of about $7,500 annually on food. That includes both groceries and dining out. It's double that if you like to buy organic or you eat out all the time. It can vary widely, but regardless, it is a big part of most people's budgets. It's maybe not the most expensive thing, but it's definitely in the top 10. And for many people, when you combine eating out and groceries, it's like one of the top 5 expenses that you have. So next week, I'm going to interview one of my absolute best friends, Carrie. She's a mother of 9. Yes, you heard that right, 9. And as you can imagine, with that size of a family, she spends a ton of money on groceries. So we're going to talk about how she resists impulse buys, how she keeps food waste to a minimum, as well as how inflation over the last few years how that has adjusted her grocery shopping decisions. She's an absolute pro at this. So whether you're a household of 1 or a household of 10 or somewhere in between, I think you're going to learn something next week from our conversation to help you save money on your grocery bill. All right, I hope you have a blessed Sunday. My name is Ashley Michike, and this is the Retirement Quick Tips Podcast.